In my career, I worked for a marketing and advertising agency that exclusively worked with automotive car dealers. My job as the director of business development was to speak with the owner or general manager and get a meeting for the president and vice president of my company to go in. Typically, if we ended up getting a meeting, which is extremely hard, we had an 83% closing ratio to become their agency of record. One of the hardest deals that I ever did was a gentleman named Paul. He was over 12 car dealerships, and my job was to get us a meeting with him. I started out by emailing him every single day, calling him every single day, sending him a letter in the mail every single day, and faxing him every single day. Finally, after 6 months of doing that, on a Sunday afternoon, my phone rang and the person on the other end was Paul. He says, "Do you know who I am?" I said, "I absolutely 100% know who you are." He said, "Can you have your president and vice president here this upcoming Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. I called my president and told him. He was ecstatic. This is a 12 dealership auto group. He went in on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., walked into the conference room, and on the left-hand side of the table was all of the letters I sent Paul over the last 6 months. On the right-hand side was all the faxes I had sent Paul over the last 6 months. And the first question he asked my president and vice president, he goes, "Who in the fucking hell is Roy Kirchner?" Because he is the most persistent son of a bitch I've ever met. And if you guys work anywhere near as hard as he did to get you this meeting, you'll be my agency for life. Then my president and vice president sat down with Paul and said, "Let me tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do." Paul said, No. I already know who you are. I know what you do. I know the dealerships you do business with. You are now my agency of record. The reason I called you in 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning is so that we can get started." That was one of the biggest auto groups that we had closed ever. And it was from being persistent. Literally, I hit this guy land, sea, and air. Military attack. Called him, emailed, sent him letters in the mail, and back in the day, faxed him. Buy or die. This is just persistence pays off.